What's up, guys? I'm currently down under in Sydney, Australia, and if you're anything like me, you love rom-coms. I don't know what it is about them, but they always do it for me. So if you're like me, you've probably seen Anyone But You. And if you haven't, why are you even watching this video? Anyways, the movie was filmed down here, so let's go check out some of the filming spots, shall we? And before we get started, I just want to put it out there that the majority of the beach scenes in this movie were filmed at Palm Beach, which is just a little bit too far away for me to get to today, considering I have an overnight train to Melbourne tonight. So with that said, let's get to the first spot. And where I'm at currently is on George Street, and this is the spot where Pete and Ben were retrieving the flowers for the wedding. And now it took me a couple minutes to figure out the exact street and where they were walking, but rewatching the movie the other day down here in Sydney, when they passed this corner, I saw this place right behind me, High's Chocolates. So I looked it up and I found it was right here, and it's right outside the Queen Victoria building, which is just an absolutely beautiful building. So if you're ever in Sydney, highly recommend checking it out. Alright, we're gonna go for it right here. I'm not sure how well this is gonna sound since there's this beaming traffic besides me, as you can see going by, but that should indicate that we are on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Man, it's so windy up here too. I really hope you can hear me. But the Sydney Harbour Bridge was driven over a couple times throughout the course of the film. Firstly, when Bea and Ben were picked up from the airport, and then when they were going to, I believe it was the reception. I'm not good with wedding terms, but they were heading to the reception to like a pier dock to get onto a yacht. I don't know how well you can see it behind me, but the view of the Sydney Opera House from here is absolutely incredible. But now let's head to a spot where they traveled to after they drove over this bridge. And one of the places they went to after they were shown driving on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, which you can see right there in the background, is right here at Jones Bay Wharf. Now here is where they all drove up and they parked right where I'm standing. That ground marker where kind of like the two kind of metal pieces kind of separate a little bit, that's the indicator I use to show that they parked roughly right here. And in fact, the stairway they all walk down to get to the yacht is also right here, which is just really cool to see in person. But then ultimately, as we know, since you've seen the movie if you're watching this video, is they were spending the night out cruising. Bea and Ben wanted to really sell their relationship, so they performed the Titanic on the ship. And ultimately, Bea fell overboard while doing the Titanic, and Ben went to go save her. So let's go see where that happened right now. And Bea and Ben falling off the yacht into the water happened right here in Sydney Harbour behind me, right behind the Sydney Opera House. And at first, when I was watching the movie, I was like, they're not really filming it there, are they? But came across this article in which the director was talking about how they filmed this, and they didn't originally get permission because of all the sharks. So director Will Gluck told Entertainment Weekly, a big part of the movie was filmed in Sydney Harbour on a boat with Sweeney and Powell floating on a buoy in the middle of the harbour at night. Initially they wouldn't give us permission because it's a huge shark area and people get hurt by sharks all the time here there. Gluck added, it was a little bit scary and strange at 3 in the morning with our actors swimming into a shark tank, knowing that they're at a place where sharks like to hang out. It's kind of crazy. Just in the middle of this vast ocean, water area. They're just filming a movie at 3 in the morning with who knows what could have happened. And I know the Opera House is literally right behind me, but we're not gonna check it out quite yet because I want to try to keep this video kind of in chronological order of the movie. And there was one thing that happened before they came here to the Opera House, and that's the wedding. So we made it to the location of where the wedding and the after party took place. We are here at Marks Park, which is just south of Bondi Beach, and I'm currently in the middle of the field, which is where all like the post-ceremony activities happened, where there was the dance floor, and where B saw Ben kissing Margaret. And then not too far away from the middle of the park, from where all the activities happened, is over on this end is where the actual ceremony took place. Now, looking at like trees and stuff, I can't really pinpoint the specifics of where the little flower arch would have been, but it would be probably roughly around here. If you know, you know. Just remember to call Harbor Rescue.
Why don't you just pick people up by boat?
You took it, the girl.
Thank you. She kissed me.
Alright, so we have made it to the final filming location of this movie, the Sydney Opera House. This is the location where B ran to after she saw Ben kissing Margaret at the wedding. And you can't, I don't know how well it's coming across the camera because for some reason the shake doesn't come, but my tripod is going absolutely bananas back and forth. But anyways, after she came here to people watch, Ben realized that she's the one he wanted, and he dove into the ocean and called Harbor Rescue and dropped him off right over there to my left, and ran up these stairs that are in front of me just to see her and profess his love. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe for more movie and TV related content just like this one, and comment down below if you've seen Anyone But You and what you thought about it. So, until next time.